Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
In the depths of the earnings season, stock movers ever more important. Right now, Lisa Mateo.
All right, we'll start with Super Microcomputer because their shares have been down as much as 18% before the open. And this is a sign that its comeback plan that it was really talking about is a little bit slow. Preliminary results missed estimates. Just a specific sales, $4.5 billion to $4.6 billion in the fiscal third quarter. But the thing is that this is a company that was an AI favorite for a lot of investors because it saw this spike in demand for servers with these high-powered chips that really needed to run the AI workloads.
Was it a meme stock?
Yeah. No.
Was it memey?
I don't think it was memey. I think it was just the whole tech aspect of it.
Yeah.
But the problem is that now they're saying that a lot of customers are delaying their purchases. So that's pushing the shares lower this morning. So that's the difference that we're seeing.
So what's it mean for Apple and Microsoft? Run for cover?
Yeah.
Does Lisa know something we don't know?
Maybe, I'm sure.
Next.
We shall see. And Snap. This is, my kids are on the Snapchat app a lot. I got to tell you, this social media app, the shares are off as much as 14%. So it narrowly beat analyst estimates for the quarter revenue, did not issue a sales forecast for the current period. So commonly talked about things, right? We've heard about it. They all say macroeconomic headwinds, economic volatility. But the real problem for them were advertisers pulling back their spending. So that's their issue.
Right.
Very discretionary.
Yeah, it definitely is. The Trump administration had they changed the rule that exempts the imports from China and Hong Kong for tariffs that are worth less than $800. So that change is starting in May. So that's going to be a factor.
Bloomberg surveillance clarification. Snap is not affiliated with Snap-on Incorporated of Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Okay.
That's where Lisa Mateo buys her socket wrenches. Good morning, Snap-on Tools.
Who knew? And then I want to move to Starbucks, another favorite. Yes.
What's a why here?
So the thing is that, the chief officer, Brian Nickel, he's been put in this business, right, trying to turn around the company. Earnings per share missed. Same store sales declined. But he says they're showing a lot of behind the scenes progress. If you walked into a Starbucks lately, you've seen they've kind of changed the cafes. They're trying to make them more welcoming. They're doodling again. You pointed out on the cups a little bit, going back to how that used to be. That made you feel good when you came in and you got your cup of coffee.
Do they want unemployed offspring with their laptops sitting in a Starbucks for 6 hours?
I think they're trying to get back to it because what they were doing is going to these smaller type stores. They were going to the smaller ones where it's just a drive-through, and now they're trying to expand a little bit.
The one I go to, Route 35, Wall Township, Jersey, awesome store.
Always fully
staffed.
Because everybody's ordering their fancy things.
Everybody's in the drive-thru. There's 20 cars in the drive-thru. I go in, I park, I walk in, I talk to a nice young person, I order my drink. A minute later, it's there.
Yeah, but you're having a black coffee.
What's that?
You're having a black coffee.
No, I'm having a double short mocha. And that's how I roll.
Nice.
Then I'll spend 10 minutes
Is
there.
that with or without the Baileys?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have one more to squeeze in?
But I do. Okay, so for all the cruisers out there who go in there, Rich, thank you very much. Their Norwegian Cruise Line down as much as 20% in pre-market.
Wow.
Now, you remember yesterday, right? You had Royal Caribbean. They said the cruise industry is booming. It's great. Carnival last month said they're giving an upbeat outlook. Norwegian says demand is falling off. So they see a softening their 12-month forward bookings. It says ticket sales are kind of within that optimal range. It did maintain its full year targets, but it's pulling shares of Carnival lower this morning too. And if you think about it, the airline industry, you've seen the whole travel kind of spectrum. You see the airline industry.
He's going to go on his cruise no matter what. I mean, he cruises, he doesn't cruise the Caribbean, he cruises places that no one wants to go to.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.